From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins quickly to Thielen here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action. Cousins. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Play fake. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5. On play action, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On 4th down, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, LA! Josh Palmer with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete out left to Ayuk. A little juke, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. The left side completion to Jones.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
First down, here's Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
7-7, our score after 1. Alone to the right is Jones. Cousins to throw it. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain that time for the Chargers. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Some of them would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Eckler. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Jared Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A first down throw for Cousins. This complete to Jones. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking deep for Julio. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to Madison. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins. As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 81 yards. And the Chargers on one play have taken the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Play action now. Cousins. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
How you like me now?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score. And the momentum.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete to Jones. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Madison going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Cousins. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And some space here. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on 4th and 2. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Kelly. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back near the goal line, Cousins. Drops this off with Nwangu. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Cousins on 1st down. Going deep now for Herndon. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Boy, 227 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Out of the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Cousins here to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing, Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to run with Madison again, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. One final final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.